Hey, what's up guys? Today we are back on the Pioneer server and I want to talk about Ravion, where he kind of fits in the PvP meta, what his role should be on your team and all that kind of stuff. And I also want to talk about a hero that you can pair with Perseus that can really make him pop off and do really well in these fights. So we're going to pull up a fight. We're going to actually pull up Elfie's team and fight against that because it's a really strong team and I want to fight against it. So let me pull the team up and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is Elfie's defense, and he's utilizing the same trio that I used in my video yesterday, and that is Ravion, Perseus, and Lily May. And this trio of heroes is extremely good. They synergize super well together, and paired with Zandrock and Dunliner, it makes it even stronger. So Dunliner is going to keep us from doing any kind of ultimates. Zandrock's going to improve their movement speed, also increase their health, their total max health, and it works out pretty well. They're also going to have 3 growth stacks on Lily. The Perseus is going to have 3 stacks also, and I'm gonna when I talk about Perseus getting a stack, I'm gonna also talk about, or I'm also gonna call that a growth stack too, because it's just easier that way. So we've got 3 growth stacks for the Perseus, 3 growth stacks for the Lily, and that really makes them powerful. So we're gonna go ahead and try to utilize a dot damage team, and I just want to show you guys this fight because it sort of demonstrates how strong this defense is. So let's go ahead and hit battle. Most of the time, dot damage teams against Dunliner teams is super effective. Because you know you're able to get the dot damage activated really quick, but as you can see in this fight, we do not do well at all. I mean, yeah, we died pretty quickly, and we did hardly any damage. Bonnie and Niru did the most damage, and they barely did any to begin with. The Perseus and the Lily May on Elfie's team, though, they nuked us down pretty good. And that's part of the reason for that is because of the Ravion, Lily May, Perseus trio. It's so synergistic. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute, but I want to do this fight again, and I want to show you guys a team you can use that'll actually beat this one. And I also want to show you a hero that you can pair with your Perseus to make him even stronger and better than he already is. So let's go ahead and get this team put in. It's in my formations here, and this hero pairing Thoren with Perseus, this was brought to my attention by Shawty. She messaged me on Discord and was like, dude, if you put Thoren connected to Perseus, it's actually really good. And so I started testing it out a little bit, and it is really good. And part of the reason why I think it's so good is because it allows my Perseus to keep his wheat field up on the battlefield way longer than like the enemy Perseus will be able to, because the Thoren's going to take a lot of the damage for our Perseus, allowing him to keep that wheat field up, which in turn allows our heroes that are in the wheat field to have more physical and magical defense and also an attack boost. So it works out pretty well. And now I want to talk about the Lily May, Perseus, Ravion trio, because if you have Ravion on your team, you're going to want to use him as a buffing unit. That's really his main role. He's not really a DPS unit, so I wouldn't suggest building a team around making Ravion your big damage dealer. You're going to want him to just buff up your big damage dealers and allow them to have that fatal blow protection that he gives from his lifesaver skill with his mythic weapon, and then also the objectives that he assigns to those heroes. So having Lily May and Perseus here as the rearmost heroes, they're both going to get a growth stack from the Ravion, because as soon as they accept that objective, they get a 15% attack boost, and they're unaffected for 5 seconds. So that's 1 growth stack for each of them. Leica's going to provide a 2nd growth stack for each of these guys, and then to get the 3rd growth stack for each one, we're getting to use Enlightening Spell for Perseus, so that gives him a 3rd growth stack, and then Perseus is going to give Lily her 3rd growth stack. So you see how it all synergizes into each other, and they all buff each other up and help each other do damage. So having 3 growth stacks on Perseus is going to give him the true damage for his attack. So all his damage is now going to be true damage. And then he's also going to have 45% damage reduction and 45% damage dealt increase. So it works out really, really well. And then with Lily having 3 growth stacks, it, you know, gives her extra attacks on her Rainstorm Ballet, and it also gives her true damage on those attacks. So it makes the team super strong. And having Thoren in here to, you know, protect the Perseus and also revive and maybe get an ultimate off if we can kill the Dunleaner in time can really be very effective too. And then the other cool thing about having Ravion on your team is he's also able to snipe down single targets. So when the fights are wrapping up and there's not as many heroes left, your Ravion gets to his ultimate, he can sometimes snipe down the last few heroes that are on the battlefield. So right here, for example, he's going to do his ultimate, and he's going to help kill this last Perseus and this Lily May that are out there, and right there we go, we got it. So yeah, it works out really, really well. And I love the way those 3 heroes synergize together. And look at how much damage our Lily did and our Perseus did tons and tons of damage. We were able to keep their Lily May from doing a whole lot of damage because Thoren's a pretty good counter to Lily May's Rainstorm Ballet skill. And then Perseus on their team did a decent amount of damage himself. But anyway, let's do that fight again. And this time I want you to kind of watch and see just how long the wheat field lasts for my team versus how long it lasts for Elfie's team. So let's hop back in here, get this set up, and let's just go ahead and hit battle. All right, so yeah, everything's good to go. Hit battle, and yeah, you're gonna see that the wheat field for their team will go away a lot earlier than mine. So we blocked the Perseus ultimate, I think, and their wheat field's gone. It's been gone for a little bit, and we still have our wheat field up. It just went away, and they only have 2 heroes left. Here comes our Ravion ult, helping us to finish off those last 2 heroes, and yeah, we get the win. And we didn't lose a single hero that time, so it's a pretty good offense. I'm also currently running this on defense because I want to see just how effective it could be on defense. I don't know if it'll work that well or not, because defense is, you know, like I've said many times before, defense is a totally different game, and it's just got... It's just different because your offensive opponents can they can adjust to whatever you're trying to do. So as long as they know what to do, you're always going to have a tough time on defense. But I feel like this could be a pretty solid defense in itself. So we're going to test that out, and if it's successful, I'll let you guys know maybe in tomorrow's video or something like that. But let's go ahead and do one more fight and review a little bit about what we talked about today. So Ravion, again, I wouldn't make him your big DPS hero on your team. You want him to buff up your big damage dealers and then also help them, you know, finish off single targets and things like that, because he can do damage. Like you'll see at the end of this fight with the damage report, like he can do some decent damage, but sometimes it can take a little bit to get him to his ultimate, and that's really the only time he does decent damage is with his ult. So, and since he's a single target damage dealer, it's not really effective to make him, make him be your big DPS hero. So keeping him as your buffing unit with the ability to also help snipe down some certain heroes, that's the best way to use them in my opinion. And then having Perseus connected to Thoren is just it's been really, really good for me so far. I haven't really found a situation where it hasn't been good yet, so yeah, it's pretty cool. But anyway, I think that's going to be about it for today, guys. I just wanted to talk about Ravion, how he fits in the meta, the PvP meta, and his role, what role he should play on your team, and then I also wanted to talk about the Thoren Perseus thing. So anyway, loot bar link down below if you need cheaper dragon crystals for the heroes that are going to be coming out here soon, because you're going to want to pull for Ravion, you're going to want to pull for Perseus, and you're probably gonna want to pull for Aliceth. I don't know. I haven't really tested her much yet, but she looks pretty crazy, and her skill kit is pretty nuts. So anyway, loot bar link down below, Discord link down there too, and if you can, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.
I really like brownness, yeah. It's yummy. I play games with y'all.